yo, guys out there. What we got up in here? What got up in here? What got up in there? What got up in here? What got up in here? Well, about this, right, guys? Some of you guys may not know, I got an ITR 20 that I purchased from JDM Ohio. Shout out to JDM Ohio, Aaron, awesome dude, which you love. Again, if you guys looking to get any kind of like JDM part, so if you guys in the market to get some JDM stuff for your car, anything, you know, like in your EG, DC, EK, whatever, JDM Ohio is one of the guys I've been dealing with. Very great customer service, good pricing. I purchased this 20, it's an ITR 20 dc5 from Japan, roughly 40,000 miles. Long story short, I end up having a bad third gear. I'm sorry guys, I think I'm about to take this camera and hit it on the ground and break it. It's kind of like unlike me, but I'm not sure what's the story with this thing. It records for like 1 minute and it just shuts off. I don't know if there's something in the setting or what, but I'm starting to like really get sick and tired of this. So long story short is I got this training from JDM Ohio, got a great deal, put it in the car. By the way, great shipping, you know, it was wrapped out real good. Nothing in the damage when it came in. Put it on the car, take it for a drive, third gear grinds. I mean, it didn't just grind, it grind good. Unfortunately, I thought it was gonna be like really bad in the transmission when I took it apart, but apparently it was not. It was just a cone, just a slider. It's just like every time we tried to drop in the gear, the slider was just eaten up, man. You know, the gear was great, but he made it right. He bought me a brand new OEM third gear from Honda, shipped it over. I took the training out, put the new gear in, and here we go. You know, put about 10-15,000 miles on this Trini already. Lots of beast mode, no problems. But the problem that we have with this Trini is just it's too short of a gear. It's 4/7 final drive. 6 gears way too short. Some of you guys may know I travel a lot. I go places everywhere, you know what I mean? So me to like keep that rev at 4,500 RPM, you know, which probably explains why that dang freaking rear main seal probably went bad. I'm like, dude, I'm over this. If I'm gonna travel in this car, I gotta bring that down. I like the gear ratio, even though it's turbo. Some people's like, oh man, you need to go to Type S, you need to go to EP3. Hey man, that's just you. But for me, being a street car, I like the short gears. I had that on my Type R, the K20 A2 that I had on my green coupe, and I loved it, and I'm gonna keep it the same way. It's not really a track car, it's just a, you know, a weekend, daily car, whatever. But that 6 gears gotta go. That 6 gear is way too short. It's mainly why I'm doing it is because traveling. So what it kind of brings me to this, we got a TS6 6 gear right here. You know what I'm saying? So we got the gear, we got the sinker right there, we got the bearing that goes inside there, and this is the one that goes on the other shaft. There's 2 shafts inside the transmission, and yeah. So that's kind of what's going on here. Don't mind my pastor Brandon there. He just playing on my TV. Just kind of want to hear the sermon all over again. I mentioned that on my other install on the main seal, but you know, usually when Della and the kids are not here, that's kind of usually how I keep myself entertained. You know what I'm saying? You know, listening to the Word of God and just doing work. You know, or blasting some music or some. You know, but that's kind of how I feel today, and I just want to share that with you guys. You know, hopefully that's not a bother to you. But anyways, this is what we do here. It's Vasila Garage. This is our store. It's what's going on. So I'm gonna show you guys how to take this Trini apart, and then I'm gonna show you guys how to replace this gear. How's that sound, huh? Alrighty, so now you can see what we got here. We gonna go ahead and take this Trini apart, you know what I mean? So yeah, buddy. We got Monika up in there. And I'm gonna set this right here real quick, and then I'm gonna show you guys. You know, what's the story? How is that? This table is dirty. All right. I don't know, I'm trying to set this GoPro where you guys can see what I'm doing, but you know. Anyways, so okay guys, so I'm gonna show you guys the steps. I don't need to actually show you like each bolt one by one, but I'm gonna show you how to take this apart. You know what I'm saying? So first thing what you wanna do, you wanna kind of pry the tranny on a piece of wood so that way the shaft is not leaning on the concrete. I like to work on the floor. I have a workbench right there, but it's full of turbo stuff and a whole bunch of stuff. So I'd rather just kind of do it on the floor here. Plus it's cleaner and I have everything kind of laid out, so it's easier to see everything. Anyway, so first things first, what you want to do, you want to remove this K20 brackets for your shifter cables, because you got a bolt right here that actually you cannot get to it. So you remove that bolt that's bracket right there. Then you remove the selector. In order to remove the selector, you got a Allen right here. See that Allen right there? So you gotta loosen that Allen first. Then you take these 4 bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that comes off. And then you want to take your speed sensor off. You can take all those bolts that goes all the way around to the front, to the back. Then you got 1, 2, 3. This has got the springs. It's got little balls. This is for your shifter selector. Or actually, when it goes into gear, when you go click, 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 this is what holds it in place. This is what it's got like little slots on it. See that? There's 1 shaft, 2, and 3. This is kind of like the biggest pain when you're putting the tranny back together to get it to slide in here. And the top one right here, which it has like an Allen, and you take the Allen off right there. You take this Allen off, and it's got like a C-clip. And you squeeze that. Actually, you got to open it so the bearing can go down. Once that bearing goes down, then you sit. Then it's free. The tranny is free. So you take that off right there. You take the speed sensor off. Then you take this bolt right here. Then you can slide the selector off. And then you can take this. Make sure you don't lose the balls. Make sure you don't lose the springs. Make sure you don't lose the gaskets. Make sure you put the gasket back on. Then you take that on right there. Then you just pry it. You know what I'm saying? You pry it, right here. You take something and you pry it open. And it should be good to go right there. And I'm going to show you guys here in a second how you do it. Alrighty? Hey guys, so there you go. Got it all out. This is it right here. It's taken apart. The only thing I left out is you gotta take this bolt right here, which is for the reverse. It's on the case. This is the bolt right here. What did I do with it? What did I do? No, that's not it. This still goes right there. It goes right there. Where did I put the bolt, yo? Did I kick it? Oh, there you go. My bad. You gotta take that. That's the reverse bolt, so don't forget to take that off. Okay, so now what we gotta do, we're gonna pull the shafts out and take the gears off. You know what I mean? Your 6 gears right there. You see that? Okay, your 6 gear right there. You got your synchro right there. So you gotta replace this one. Gotta replace the synchro right there. See that? See that right there? That's the gear. That's the synchro. This is the bearing that goes inside. And that's on the other shaft, the 6 gear, which is that right there. So you gotta take that off. You gotta take that bolt off. Gotta take this bearing off, and you gotta be able to swap that one. And that's gonna be on the second shaft. So in order to take the shafts out, all you gotta do is just connect these bolts right here. Boom, boom. To take this off, you just slide. You can slide this off. See that? Kind of like that. Well, kind of got the GoPro in my hand, so makes it harder for me to slide this. But yeah, you can just slide the shaft up. This comes off. Take this off right here, and then these three will pop out. You know what I mean? Make sure you pull the thing off right here to check what do you call it? The metal shavings. There's always gonna be metal shavings on your tranny. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, I do have some built up there, but it's not a whole. You see that? It's not a whole lot of bad right there. So make sure you clean that up, slide it back in there. It's best to do that in the beginning, so that way you know you're done. Take your gears off. Take that off. That should slide off. Clean up the inside. Make sure everything is good. And then I'm gonna show you guys when I'll take the gears off. Alrighty. Okay, guys. So there it is. It's out. Put all the stuff right here. Like I said, it's got those two bolts right here. That's pretty much all you gotta unbolt up. Two bolts right there, and it slides right off. Make sure you keep your forks together and everything. Inspect everything. Make sure all the teeth and everything on the forks, everything is good. Nothing's bent, nothing's cracked or anything like that. Inspect all the gears. Inspect all the synchros. See, like it looks like everything is fresh. Nothing's broken or anything like that, you know. And then yeah, it's gotta do. That's your 6th gear right there. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta replace that, which is, so you got the bearing right here. You got the synchro that goes inside right there, and you got your gear, which is that right there, and that's the other one that goes on this side. Now it's got an Allen right here. You gotta pop that out, pop that bearing, swap that out, slide the other one back in, press it in, and you'll be good to go, yo. Good to go. And that's pretty much it. And then you just put it all back together. You know what I mean? This right here, this shaft right here, this actually they just slide off. You know what I mean? You can just boom boom pull them off. In fact, I can probably show you that right here. First of all, let me cut this out right here so I can show you. Okay guys, so I got my tires in there in the back corner. My press is all packed in. I figured I just kind of knock it out using a different kind of method. It works for everybody. So actually this is probably gonna work even better for you guys. A lot of you guys might not have a press or anything like that, so you can probably use this trick by taking this 6th gear off the not the main shaft, the 2nd shaft, which is this one. As you can tell, it's already out. So in order to take that off, you got to keep in mind you have this bearing right here. This bearing goes the other way, the opposite way. It goes down on it. But in the way I took it off, this is what I did. I put the screw back on. See that? I put this bolt back on like that. You see that? And what I did, I flip the shaft downwards. Well, right now the gear is sitting on it because the gear just dropped. And what I did, see, I hold it like that. So now the thread is halfway, right? So what I did, I used a chisel or some right there. See that? And I just go press, and I do it right there, and I do a little bit right there, a little bit right there till it slides off. You know. What happens is, in order to get that gear off, what happens is you screw on that bolt for a little bit, and then you get this bearing off. And once you get the bearing, then you can screw the bolt back on again, so it makes it even easier. And that's kind of how you do it, you know. And you're looking at it, you know. My phone is ringing. Tom. It's okay, Tom. It's okay, Tom, man. I'll call you back, man. Call you back, man. Tom. If you guys don't know Tom, man, he's got that sick S2000, the red one. You know what I'm saying? But I'll call him back in a second. So that's pretty much how you do it, guys. You know, you flip it backwards, see that? You know? And then you just kind of like, let me pick it up. Yo, what you want, man? What you want?
What's up, Vato?
Yo, man, you interrupt me, man. I'm over here in the middle getting stuff done, bro. I'm freaking getting work done, bro.
Yeah, what's taking you so long?
I mean, I'm just one guy team, bro. I'm one guy team. I don't have friends.
I'm on one guy team.
Yo, bro, I'm over here struggling with this training, man. I don't do trainings for a living. Every training is a challenge. Every training is a challenge, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to show people tips how to take this stuff out without having the right equipment. You know what I mean? Like a press and things like that. You know what I mean? So I kind of learn as I do it myself. You know?
Okay, you done yet?
Let me call you back in 5 minutes. I was recording, and now you're gonna be on this video, so you better watch out when I post this video up. Your conversation's on the video now.
Oh shit! All right.
Oh, good thing you didn't talk smack about nobody, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna hate you.
You gotta keep it short, so I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, I'll call you back in 5 minutes, no worries.
Alright.
Late. That's Tom, having some question about a triple manifold, so I'll call him back in a second. So, like I said, guys, very simple. You see that? You got the bolt. I mean, don't be screwing the bolt just kind of towards the edge and then try to knock it out, because you're gonna screw the threads. So make sure you get at least a quarter of the way down, and then trust me, you're not gonna hit it that hard that you're gonna strip those bolts. You know what I mean? That thread, and then that's pretty much it. See that? So you take that bolt out, bang, bang, put the bolt right there. You take this off, and look at the difference. See the difference? Look at that. See how the TSX is a lot shorter? You see that? Look at that. That's what's up. And then pretty much you take this one, and then you press it. Now you can press this in, you know what I mean? With the press, and I have a press right there, but I'm gonna show you guys how you can do it without that. You can hold the shaft, you can put the shaft on a piece of wood, you can get a socket that goes right inside here, which I do have a socket, and you just bang, 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 bam, and it's done. All until it hits the bottom right there. And same thing with the bearing, you know? You want to do it right on the center. You don't want to do it on the outside. You want to do it in the center, so you don't ruin the bearing. And that's all is to it. This is done. That's done. I already showed you. It just slides in. This is easy. I wish this shaft was just as easy as that. And then bam, you're good to go. You know what I mean? But I'm going to go ahead and show you guys real quick here. Let me see. You want to make sure that's actually, see how it's got some teeth in there? You see that? You want to make sure that you get actually in the teeth. So you kind of want to, when you get it in, you kind of want to, like, you know. And I'll put this over here. There you go. Can you guys see it? Let's see. We'll move the shaft out of the way since this one is already done. We'll put this one over here. Okay. We'll get a socket that goes over that, which I have one right here. See that? You see that? So all you gotta do now, you just kind of smooth out. You gotta make sure that's actually it's going, you know? You gotta look inside here. You don't want to ruin this gear. You see what I'm saying? Now if you had a press ready, you would have just hold it right here and just press, boom, done. But this works just as fine. You see it? You see how it's going? Can you see that, guys? Right there? Man, you thinking like this guy at Vasily Garage, he's a Mickey Mouse, bro. Bro, I'm showing you guys some steps that you can do it without having a press and other stuff, you know what I mean? So that's kind of my main goal with this, is because a lot of people are like, man, we don't have the tools. You see that? It's still going. See, you got about another 1/4 inch. You see that? Look at that. It's almost there. You see that? When you get to the bottom, you can kind of hear it. See that? See how it's like flush right there? Boom. Now, what you're gonna do is you're gonna wipe this, you inspect everything. Make sure your socket is smaller than the gear. You don't want to hit the gear, right? Some people say, oh man, you're gonna crack it. No, you're not, man. I'm telling you. Just be smooth with it, be dead on. Don't kick it on the side, do it center. I think you'll be okay, you know? I done it before and it did okay. So now what you got going on, don't forget, you got this washer right here. So you got the washer right there. See that? And right there. Kind of the same thing with this one. Got a little bit. Tap, tap. The bearing should probably go easier than make sure you hit in the center. See that? Do not put your socket on that. You're gonna ruin the bearing. You want to be right in the center. Kind of like when you're pressing your wood bearings, right in the center. See that? And you press it till it gets to the bottom right there. So it jumps up. There you go. Now you're gonna take your two shafts right there and put it side by side now. And make sure your gears line up. You see that? See that right there? That's your 6-gear TSX, both of them. Done. Now you just gotta put it back in the car. And I'm gonna show you guys next how to clean up so this is your Type R 6-gear, which is really good. Nothing wrong with it. But we're just gonna set that there. But I'm gonna show you guys next how to clean up the case. And then this is very important right here. You know, usually Honda bonded, you see that? It's actually what gets the oil to go into all the gears and stuff, you know what I mean? So it's very important that this is glued on. But then you just gotta be very good when you clean up this Honda bond. Same thing over here, you gotta clean this Honda bond. I'm gonna remove the diff, get all the oil off, kind of clean it up everything, clean up all the Honda bond. I already cleaned up the magnet, which you see right there. And then it's just assembly time. The diff looks good. You know what I'm saying? There's no wear and tear, this bearing looks good. And yeah, now we're just gonna go to town on that. So now that it's all cleaned up, you see that? Gears right there. Everything's fresh. Make sure you put everything back exactly the same way you took it. And then I'm gonna degrease the edges for the Honda bond when it's ready to seal. And once I get everything in, I'll show another little clip. But yeah, it's all cleaned up. Everything's set up. I know it's taking me a lot longer than I should, but I'm just kind of taking my time with this. So yeah. Guys, so as you can tell, I'm showing you guys really step by step everything. I put some gasoline in here. You can use some carb cleaner if you want, and just really wipe there. You see how it's all cleaned up right now? You don't want to have any grease on there. So when you put the Honda bond, it's actually gonna stick through it. Also, make sure you wipe your hands, get all the grease off your hands. So when you put the Honda bond, it's not really gonna, you know, get crazy on you. Now, when you slide the case on, I'm kind of walking you forward now. Make sure everything is bolted up. You know what I'm saying? This forks right here goes only one direction. You cannot have it any other way. You cannot put it backwards. The case will not go in. Like, and if you force the case, here's the thing, guys. If you guys were watching this, if you're forcing that case to go on there, something is wrong. Do not, and I repeat, do not tighten those bolts unless that case is shut completely all the way down. Does that make sense? Okay, so the main thing is when you slide that, this right here, this right here, this right here, and then these three right here. You see what I'm talking about? They have to go inside those holes. And a lot of people have a hard time to either slide one of these inside there or maybe one of these. From my experience with this, I have a hard time trying to get those lined up. Now see how they're kind of shaped? It just actually makes it slide in. Same with the bearings, but they're not as much as this. So the bearings makes it a little bit harder to go on there. You know what I mean? So that being said, when you get it in, make sure you kind of jiggle wiggle with it. It actually slides in nice and clean. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, see, it's all cleaned up. Good thing about to clean that up is because sometimes when you pour it down, when you bring it down, if it's got the gunk and oil and stuff, what happens is it's gonna go right down into your Honda bond. So you don't want that. So we're just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna set this right here. So I don't know if you guys can see it right there. And I'm gonna take some of this Honda bond and just kind of, you know, go to town, you know. Okay guys, so now here's the thing, we Honda bonded all the way around. Here's the big deal right here. How is this one sliding inside? So, that being said, that's the top, that's the bottom, and you just gotta go with it nice and smooth. See that? Make it smooth. Get in there. Okay, that's in there. That's in there. You take your small mallet, so you kind of look around. Make sure this is already kind of sliding inside. You see that? I don't know if you can tell. See, that bearing needs to come to right here, so you can release that, you know? That bearing needs to lock in there. So this is how much money. I mean, how much space we have to go down. Like I said, pry your tranny over, so the shaft, because the shaft is a little bit lower than the tranny, face of the tranny. Pry it open, so actually the shaft does actually push the gears up. Line it all up, and it kind of work it from side to side, back to back. You also want to make sure this plastic, you see there's a plastic right there, that mesh, it's in there. You see it? That plastic, the corner of it, make sure that's in there as you slide everything in. So I'm gonna set this down right here. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna take my little mallet hammer and just gonna so the tranny is back in. It's all bolted up. It's very important that when you actually get everything put in, before you even tighten it down all the way, you want to make sure that the tranny spins freely. So you look inside here in the selector and you make sure that it's straight all the way down. That means it's in neutral. And you want to make sure that it spins freely. See that? You also make sure it goes in gears. Okay. Some of you guys will probably be doing your first transmission. I don't do them often, very rare I do them, and I usually work on my only my transmissions. But when you try to put the tranny in, there's few things that you got to make sure they're straight. The 3 bearings that I showed you, the lockout, which is in the back for the reverse, which is that right there. Sometimes that kind of gets hung up too, so you got to be careful with that right there, you know. And then the other thing that actually would hold it would be one of these. Sometimes these suckers right here, they kind of go on an angle instead of straight, and then it will press against the bell housing, so actually we're not allowed gears to go inside. And man, after that, you're just golding, you know what I mean? Like I said, do not tighten it just to tighten it. Just kind of do it like that, then I think you'll be good. It's pretty much done. I mean, all I gotta do is just slide that sucker in there, which is I painted black because it's kind of tuning colors or whatever. So I'm gonna slide that sucker back in there, put the sensor, put the brackets, you know what I mean? Wrap it up. That's pretty much it. I know if you're watching this, you'd be like, yo, bro, I'm so confused with this tranny right now. I don't even know what's going on. But yo, feel free to just reach out. If you can't reach out right here, on the comments on the YouTube. Make sure you hit me up on Instagram. VASILE_racing. I'll put the Instagram on there as well. So if you have any questions, I'll be more than happy to walk you through it. You know what I mean? And like I said, don't get frustrated with it. You know what I mean? Don't try to screw the bolt down because you are gonna break something. And the worst thing you want to do is just crack the case. Because if you crack the case, man, you're done deal. You're just gonna have to get a new case. You know what I mean? So that's pretty much it. My TSX6 gear swap / you know, show you guys how to take the train and put it back in. After I get my clutch in, it's good to go. I got that in. I got my rear main seal in. All I gotta do is just put the tranny in and we're good. We're gonna work on the turbo setup next, but I just want to get the tranny out of the way. So yeah, guys. Thanks. Put your love.